Hey there, me again, just another profe. Here's a newer idea for vocabulary that I picked up from my AP French colleague. Merci, madame. We were talking about students creating written sentences with designated vocabulary terms, and she mentioned she has to keep strong-arming students into putting the sentences into a logical context. In other words, if she took the original vocabulary term out of the sentence, could someone else fill in the correct term based on what's written in the rest of the sentence? It's the old idea of saying, I like el pastel. Just because it may be a true statement for you and grammatically correct, it doesn't actually tell me that you know pastel is cake. So we come back to the cut-up slips of vocabulary terms. Here they are. I have each partner pair pick a relatively small number, like 3. You'll see why a lower number is good in just a moment. And on the back side, they have to write a logical sentence showing what the term means. This is a 2-day activity. The first part is writing the sentence. That's pretty quick, something I reserve for the end of the class. So here is the term they might have picked, la mesera, which is a waitress. And on the back, they write in their original sentence. So the partners then turn in their slips, and here's the tedious part for the teacher. Tape all the slips into 2 columns that will fit on a standard paper size. So here are all of my class's sentences. They each took 3, so there's about 36 sentences. So this is one side of the page. Use a black marker or whiteout to cover the term that was on the front side. So here was the sentence for la mesera, and that's where they put la mesera in the sentence, and I crossed that out or blacked that out so that the original term is now missing and they have to rely on the context. Here's why you don't want to get too many sentences, just enough for a 2-sided collection, not a whole slew of different examples. It can take a while to train yourself how to arrange, copy somewhat neatly, and organize all your copies. Just a heads up on that. So here's then what one side of the paper that students will get later. Here are 2 of the columns, and then on the other side, here are the other 2 columns. So about the 36 terms that the students created. I will also number and letter. So on this side, the sentences were lettered, and then on this side, the sentences are numbered, so that when I show them the answers, they can go through quickly and check theirs versus what the term was supposed to be. So the second day of the activity is when you give them either the same class or a different class the copies of their sentences. Here's what each partner pair or each group would get. They have to fill in the missing words based on the context, then show them the correct term. And here is my key, so I put the number next to the number that corresponds on their copy, and then the second side is lettered. And I'll scan these and show them up on my projector just so that I'm not passing out too many different papers and they start getting overloaded with random lines of vocabulary. From there, you can talk about why some sentences were good and some were just waka. It takes more time and energy on your part than the students, but after a while, you stop getting the I like sentences and start seeing quality, logical, contextual vocabulary sentences. Have fun!